Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching the channel for the first time, the reason why I call it Uncommon Sense because here uh, on this platform we discuss everyday issues, but we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Also want to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled, meaning if you are not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. So what I'm going to ask you to do, well, first of all, yes, let's follow Dreadlock Diaries example. Like, subscribe, and get those likes up. So what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, uh, set the bell notification to all, and like. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a subscriber since day one or you just recently joined the Uncommon Folk, I really appreciate all the love and all the support all of you have given me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, particularly when it comes to Instagram and TikTok. Excuse me. Excuse me. I also want to ask. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and those who watch from the clouds. So, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe. Um, I like and send the bell notification to all. Therefore, you will not miss any of my content. Now, tonight is going to be, being it's the Sunday um, after Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, let me just wish you a belated Thanksgiving to all the members of the Uncommon Folk. I hope that you had a pleasant time. I hope that you were able to spend some quality time for family and friends and loved ones, and for those um, who, for whatever reason, spent the holiday alone. Always be mindful you're never alone because God is with you. Just something to bear in mind. Now, before we get into the topic, we're going to have another edition of In My Words. Now, recently, in fact, I believe it was Friday. Uh, I spoke about regarding the question regarding is YouTube censoring creators? Is YouTube applying uh, the guidelines fairly? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. There have been numerous YouTube creators that either lost their ability to make money off of YouTube or have their channels deleted. Well, guess what happened, folks? Our favorite number one individual from Canada lost his main channel again. Okay? Now, let me just share share my screen. Okay. Um, yes, folks, uh, Hybrid actually lost his main channel again. Okay. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar, he did have another original channel, um, which was, I believe it was 2 years ago. Okay. Now, what you're showing here, this is the channel. This is his other channel. Okay. Now, if you take a look, just give me a moment. These are the other channels, that are affiliated with him. One channel you do not see is the channel which I believe it was called Hybrid, the Queen Slayer or Maker or whatever the fluff it was. Good evening. Good evening, Irby, and good evening, Neuro Afric Outlook. Peace and blessings to both of you. Now, as you can see here, the main channel is no longer there because it was deleted. I suspect the reason why it was deleted was for the same reason why his original channel was deleted in the first place, meaning that he had violated on multiple occasions the community guidelines which YouTube has established. Now, as I stated before, okay, there are the people that are going to say that YouTube is being arbitrary in enforcing its guidelines. YouTube is censoring. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that is the case. Why, and I repeat, why give YouTube motivation to have your channel deleted? And if you take a look up at his content before it was taken down, it's usually a lot of hate speech, usually a lot of personal attacks against various YouTube creators, and also regarding the LGBTQ plus community. Now, in all fairness, I have disagreements with the community over multiple issues. However, I do have respect for all communities, even the LGBTQ plus community. Okay, so now the question is, will Hybrid either learn from this and try to comply with the YouTube guidelines, or he's going to continue to create another channel and go back to the same old? Okay, which is, or they're going to end up getting deleted again, and at some point, he's going to not be able to produce any content in YouTube at all. Okay. And with all his rhetoric regarding that he's the king of Mulatto spirit, that he is the savior of the mulattoes, okay, with all due respect, there's not a great deal of content regarding mulattoes. It's full of people attacking feminists, women, and the LGBTQ plus community. Okay, and actually, he had issues with me regarding feminism. Okay, which were okay. So, in all fairness, multiple people have had issues with this individual. Multiple people. Okay, and if you were to observe him, you would say that this person has multiple issues. Okay. Now there's a few comments. Just give me a here. You know what? It is unfortunate that he has nothing to support. I mean, look. Let me just say this. With all his inane rhetoric, he's not okay. He's not dumb. It's just that with all his so-called intelligence, he doesn't use it to create quality content. It's basically it does reaction video after reaction video after reaction video, and after a while, people get tired of it. Okay. And another thing that he failed to understand is that, oops, okay. Well, look, the fact of the matter is this: if you want to be a successful YouTube creator, uh, you have to be able to develop a community of supporters. You have to have people that will week in and week out will consume your content. And you cannot, and I repeat, cannot run your channel like an echo chamber. Unfortunately, that's what he does. And then he goes on and on about the same thing. And he goes on talking about that the men that support Gigi and Volti are simps, what have you, and they're weak, feminine men. It's all because he cannot stomach the fact that there are people that like them. Okay. And to be perfectly honest, um, if he wasn't such a prick, I would feel sorry for the guy. Okay, I would because look, let me tell you something. I don't rejoice that his channel was taken down. It is it's us it's us YouTube being YouTube. That's the reality. Okay, and again, if you want to be successful on a platform like YouTube, you have to follow the guidelines and you have to provide the audience with something of motivation to watch your content other than just do reaction videos and just do smoke streams. Okay. So look, I mean it is unfortunate, but that is the state of affairs. Okay. Now I'm just trying to show. Here, this is my channel. This is an example of a more healthy channel. Okay. First of all, as you can tell, I have 3 times as many subs as our friend from Canada had. Okay. And as far as the community is concerned, okay. Let's take a look. Just give me a moment. All right. But the fact of the matter is, I have more supporters, and if you go to my page, you will see. First of all, I have multiple subjects, and I'm not talking about the same thing all the time. Okay, and I also do a lot of short streams providing a motivational message. So therefore, I'm using my platform to provide a quality content. Okay. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so yeah. Okay, this is okay. I can understand your sentiment, Irby, and I'm going to give you my opinion for whatever it's worth. I think the best thing for him to do is, first of all, take a long break from YouTube. Get the therapy that he needs badly, okay, to deal with whatever trauma that he is endured. Because look, I am not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. But if you were to take a look and you would observe his behavior, uh, you can see that there's some trauma in his life. And instead of getting the therapy that he needs, he's going on this YouTube and he's carrying on his ad hominems regarding individuals, whether it be Gigi, whether it be Multi, whether it be Grand Mashang, whether it be Anthony Ali, whether it be the future is golden. Okay. The best thing for him to do, take at least 6 months away from YouTube. Get the therapy he needs. And then, good evening, Keshal. Thank you very much. I have to get used to your new name because it's going to take me a while because I have only known you as one in FaceTime. But you know what? You got to do you got to do you. So getting back, my suggestion to Hybrid is to get the therapy he needs, not stay away from YouTube, and then try to run a successful or a healthier platform. Okay. Whether he does that, I don't know. And frankly, I hate to say this, I don't care. But with that being said, I think I've said my piece. Oh, before I continue, let me just state that on Tuesday, Multi will be doing a stream because we'll be celebrating Multi's birthday. So I know it's going to be kind of rough because she's on. Thank you very much, Kesha, for sharing it. So, I mean, I know for some people being up at 12:30 in the morning on a, let's see, I think it's a Tuesday night morning. That's a rough call for some people. So, I mean, whether you can catch it live or catch it on the playback, just show some love for Multi, and if you can, just put a little, birthday greeting. I'm sure she will definitely appreciate it. Okay. So, with that being said, now we're going to get into the main topic. Now, as you see by the thumbnail, the topic for tonight is what are you thankful for? Okay. Now, one thing that I do appreciate regarding Thanksgiving is that at least for one day, um, set aside to show to, to show your appreciation um, for the things that you have received throughout the year. Okay. And in all fairness, you can you can show your thanks any throughout the year. You don't have to wait until the fourth Thursday of November to do so. You can do it on April Fool's Day. You can do it on July the 4th. But at least in this country, we have one day to show thanks. Now, in all fairness, the holiday itself has been kind of controversial because um, the way the indigenous people have been treated. Uh, I don't want to get into that. I want to focus on what you are thankful for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to state the things that I'm thankful for, and of course, if anyone wishes to put in the chat what are they thankful for, by all means they can do so. Now, I pinned the link on top if anyone wishes to join the panel. If no one wishes to join the panel, that's perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, first of all, with the most important reason why I'm thankful for. Okay. which is I'm thankful that I have a relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Okay, it's been about uh, 35 years that I became born again, and there've been a lot of happy times, there's been a lot of rough times, but Christ has been good to me, and He has helped me through many difficult moments I've dealt with my life. Those of you who are familiar, unfortunately, I have experienced a great deal of death in my family. I've lost both my parents, four of my siblings, and one of my nephews. And unfortunately, most of my siblings passed away prematurely due to the fact that they didn't take the best care of themselves. So God has brought me through a lot of emotional trauma and a lot of emotional pain. And also, I've dealt with bouts with depression and bouts of self deletion. So the fact that God has kept me alive for 61 years, uh, that is what I'm very thankful for. Okay, and when I gave my life to Christ, that was the best decision I ever made. Thank you. So basically, I have a bunch of angels in heaven. That's part of the reason why. If you take a look at my videos, and whether it be on Instagram or TikTok, it's based to memory of many of my family members that are no longer physically here. So, which leads me to the next thing that I'm thankful for is the siblings that I have left. Okay, so out of a family of 10, um, there are four of us left. Okay, and unfortunately, one of my siblings has been estranged from us for a long time for multiple reasons. It says that it is unfortunate, but it does what it does. It makes me appreciate the siblings that are able to maintain contact with. Okay, and the siblings which which are active in my life. So I really appreciate that. Okay, and of course, as you get older, um, you experience more of your friends um, going on to their final reward and what have you. So the fact that I have siblings that care for me and love me, um, that means a great deal. Now, the next thing that I am really appreciate is, of course, all the supporters. Okay, I have been a serious YouTube creator for over 2 years, and one of the things I've always said and I always maintain is that the serious YouTube creators do not achieve their success without it, without a village, okay, without a community. And the fact of the matter is, I've developed uh, a sizable community. First of all, when it comes to the mixed community, I receive nothing but love and support from people from Gigi, Multi, Irby, um, Georgia, uh, AMR, Kimmy, uh, and everybody else from the um, mixed community who support my content and watch it. Okay. I really appreciate um, all the love and all the support that you give me. Okay. Because in all fairness, you can watch anybody else, but week in, week off, you see fit to see my content and to support it and to share my content, which is something I really appreciate. And of course, when it comes to the um, African American community, I have a lot of people who are from um, the 18th leather and Rakim, actually from Kesha. And then from the Latino side, people from the intro to Boricua, oh, uh, my cyber daughter Denise, and her spouse and Kay, and Radical been in a couple of times. Um, Xtina seen my stream a couple of times uh, through the clouds, so to speak. And it does that. I have a great many people that week in and week out, uh, they show nothing but love for me. And I really do appreciate it very, very much. And I will continue to say this again and again. No one, and I repeat, no one, no serious YouTube creator does not achieve success without a community. Okay, which I lovingly, affectionately refer to them as the uncommon folk. Why do I call you the uncommon folk? Because all of you are very rare. You're very special. Okay. It is a diverse community um, consisting of people from multiple sectors. The fact that week in and week out, uh, they watch my stuff, give me technical advice when needed. Also, whenever I need a dose of reality, they'll let me know when I miss the mark. So, and and the fact of the matter is, the reason why I have the success that I have is because of my supporters. I will continue to state this until the day that I am no longer producing content on this platform. Okay. Um, in all fairness, the reason why I decided to create my platform is just that I have been blessed with life experiences. Also, I've been blessed with a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of wisdom. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to I'm going to share what little wisdom or knowledge that I have acquired in all my 61 plus years of my life journey. So that's something I really appreciate. Another thing I appreciate is that even with my busted up left, I am relatively healthy. Okay. Yes, I'm old. Yes, I'm bald. Yes, I'm fat. And yes, I'm walking with a limp. And yes, I'm walking with the aid of a cane. And sometimes it is the struggle for me to climb stairs. Yes. But the bottom line is, even with all that, I'm fortunate because that's other than my knee and I'm fat. I'm in good health. Okay. There are people out there whose health is they're in worse shape than I am, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I really appreciate the fact that um, that other than my problem by me, I'm in good health. The next thing I'm thankful for is that I got a home. Okay. So I mean, here in New York, there's so many of our fellow New Yorkers and other people who are living out in the streets, who are living in shelters because unfortunately they don't have a place to stay. And it's very unfortunate. Look, it's never easy when you live in a shelter. And what you need to bear in mind is when you live in a shelter, you're governed by certain code of conduct which you have to follow because if you fail to do so, you can be removed from the shelter. So in essence, you're not the masters of your fate. So you have to get up when they want you to get up. You have to eat what they give you to eat. You have to eat when it's time for you to eat. I mean, so I never take for granted the fact that I have a place of my own. I never take that for granted. Okay. Now the next thing that I am thankful for is that I have been a municipal employee for 24 years. Okay. Now, unfortunately, sometimes people, municipal employees, don't always enjoy the best reputation. Some people say that they're lazy, that they only do the bare minimum to get paid. Now, in all fairness, something I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. In every community, you have good and bad. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, I consider myself very fortunate, very thankful that I have a job. And also the fact that among when the pandemic was at its worst, I was able to work remotely, meaning work from home using a laptop to connect to my workstation to do my work. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, 80,000 municipal employees were allowed to work remotely during the worst of the pandemic. And of course, not everyone had the blessing of working remotely. Um, those who work for the fire department couldn't work remotely. Those who work for the police department couldn't work remotely. Those who are in sanitation couldn't work remotely. Those who are in the working, in the correction, in jails and correction facilities, they had to work in person and they had to deal with a lot of crazy stuff going on. So the fact that I was able to work remotely um, for 18 months, I'm thankful. And also, let's keep it real. There was literally hundreds of thousands of municipal employees who either got laid off, got furloughed, meaning that so certain time they didn't get paid, or they had their hours reduced. Okay. So going from March of 2020 to September of 2021, I was able to work remotely and coming in only like once every 2 weeks and things of that nature. So I'm extremely fortunate for that, and I certainly appreciate that. Okay. Now the next thing that I'm thankful for is that I belong to a wonderful union, which is the Social Services Employer Union, which is SSEU Local 371. Now, why am I thankful to be part of a union? First of all,
because I belong to an organization that works hard for its members, making sure that our rights are protected, making sure that our contracts are properly enforced, making sure that we're giving um, the correct treatment. Also, when in the beginning, when municipal government did not want us to wear masks, what have you, it was the unions that fought hard, so we were able to wear masks. And then it was the unions that made it possible for many of us to work remotely. And also, another reason why I am thankful for our local, that while it is by political nature, a progressive organization, um, there's room for all. And you could be a Democrat, you could be a Republican, you could be a conservative, liberal, radical, socialist. You could be pro-life, pro-choice, or whatever. There are there's a space for you, under the Big Ten. So I really do appreciate that very much. And my friend Keishan is also a member of the same local, so she can understand and she can appreciate that. Now the next thing I'm thankful for now, people. Now I know that I tend to go on. What I don't okay. I don't understand. What do you mean not anymore? Can you okay? Can you explain it further, or can you? Okay. Can you explain it before? I mean, I don't understand that. I don't understand that, Keisha. Can you explain why? Um, are you able to join the panel so you can explain it? Because I'm a little confused. So I'm a little confused by that. Maybe she can. Uh, what? I don't get it. You mean okay? You're not? You mean you got laid off? Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that. I'm not trying. No, I'm not trying to pry. It's just that I'm concerned about you, though. But okay. Do you want to text me? Do you want to text me and find out why you was being terminated? I mean, first of all, I have wished that you had reached out to me um, before you made the decision. Uh, I would suggest that you reach out to your organizer regarding what was going on because, but I mean, but everything. Look, I just wish you had reached out to me or reach out to our local. But the bottom line, it is your choice. So I'm gonna, it's sad, but I'm gonna respect it nevertheless. So I don't know what the okay, but you know what? Look, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. So because I'm gonna call you tomorrow if you don't mind, so I can um, get to the bottom of this and see what the fluff happened. Um, because it's first of all it's sad. Number one, it's always sad to lose your livelihood, but it's even worse during the holidays. So I'll, if you don't mind, I'll reach out to you. I might reach out to you tonight, depending how long this stream goes on. But I really am sorry to hear about that. I really am sorry. But in any case, I do appreciate our local. I also appreciate all the. Let's see. Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow. And another thing that I am thankful for is all the benefits that we have as union people. First of all, we have medical coverage. We have a pension. We have opportunities of promotion. We also have due process. We also have the ability to take promotional exams to get promoted. We also have education benefits if we choose to further our education. Also, there are programs to help us to become a homeowner. In fact, that's how I purchased my home. Um, I can go on and on and on regarding all the things I'm grateful for. But I'm also grateful for the fact that there were people like decades ago that fought for the rights that we had, and some of them shed their blood and died. Okay. If you were to take a look at the history of labor, I mean, going from the 19th century going on to today, union labor went through many trials and tribulations to get the rights and privileges that we do have. Okay. And unfortunately, there are certain people that do not like the unions and would rather see the unions, no longer exist. I mean, but one thing that unions have done, okay, made life possible for us to join the middle class. But now I'm just gonna get off it a little. I know I'm talking a little bit too much. So that's the next thing I'm going to be talking up, and I'm going to now people know that I love the cold. People know, and I really appreciate when it gets nice and cold. Why? In all fairness, I don't even know. It's just that something about the Christmas of the cool air, and the only explanation that I have is that on the day I was born, it must have been a cold day with the window open. Okay. So I appreciate that. Another thing that I'm thankful for is the ability to travel. I've been to 6 countries in my lifetime. Oh my god! No, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to go on too longer with the cold. But in all fairness, I am going to be doing a special stream to celebrate the first day of winter. So that stream will have nothing but the celebration of the first day of winter. Okay. So I guess not a lot of people will be enjoying that stream, but whatever. Good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. Uh, now, as I no, I have stated before, and I'm going to state it again. Gigi has a membership, um, which for $5 a month, you will gain access to content that's restricted to the members. So I'm going to ask that you please consider joining her membership. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. The same thing with Dreadlock Diaries, and the other YouTube creators. I'm sorry, it's just that I'm still trying to get used to the new name. I mean, it's gonna take a while, so please bear with me. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to learn not to say wine and FaceTime, so please forgive me, Keisha. It does take a little bit of time for me to remember. I mean, I'm not young anymore, so but I am thankful to the fact that I've been able to travel to Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Panama, and the Dominican Republic. Okay, and why I'm thankful to that because first of all I get to go to other countries. I get to experience things over there. One of the problems when certain people who never leave the United States to travel abroad, they have, I think, a limited perspective on things. So when you get to travel and visit and see how life is over there, it makes you sit down and appreciate your life here in the United States. And the fact of the matter is, we're all look. No country is perfect, okay. Which leads me to the next thing that I'm grateful for: living in the United States. Okay, is the United States perfect? No way even close. Okay, and of course, even though the United States have a mixed past, some of the good, some of the bad. The fact of the matter is, what's so wonderful about this country? First of all, you have it's diversity. You literally have everybody from all aspects, every country on earth living in the United States. That's a good thing. Also, if you want, if you are determined to achieve your goals, you can achieve them. That's something, okay. And also, the another thing that I really appreciate and thankful in the United States is that you can say whatever the fluff is on your mind, okay. And there is no right and wrong as long as you don't go into a crowded theater and say fire or what have you, or and get involved with hate speech, like our friend from Canada did, which led his channel to be deleted the second time. Um, also, another thing that I really appreciate about this country. Okay, first of all, you have areas where there's um, big cities, you have areas of small towns, you have the woods, you have the wilderness, you have, and I mean, you can experience the warmth of Miami. You can experience the climate, the ambiance of California. You can also experience life in New York. I know some people think life in New York is so crazy, so hectic. Also, you can enjoy the small town experience. So, I mean, these are things that I really appreciate living in the United States. Okay. And I consider myself very fortunate to be living under US soil. Okay. And it's also regarding the number of rights that you enjoy, which is freedom of speech, freedom of lawful assembly, uh, trial by jury, which is something that is not, these are benefits are not all enjoyed in every country. Okay. Now, does this country have problems? Yes, it does. Does this country have made some dumb mistakes? Yeah. Okay. But overall, I mean, I consider myself. Yes, that's true. That's true. The fact of the matter is that you can own a gun. Now, in my case, I would never consider owning a gun, but it does not mean that if you wish to own a gun and you are properly trained and you are properly educated in gun use and you pass all the requirements, you should be able to carry up, to practice your Second Amendment rights. Okay. Now, I have been talking for almost an hour. So, what I'd like to hear from you is what's some of the things that you are thankful for. Okay. And I'm sure, each one of you has at least one thing to be thankful for. Of course, another thing that I'm thankful for is that I am alive. Okay? When you take in consideration the people that was with us in the beginning of the year, and some of those people have gone to their final reward. The fact that we are still here, that's a blessing. Okay. And I always say this, I know it sounds cliche, but any day that you're above ground is a good day. Okay. And I can say that considering the number of times that I have gone through funerals and my family, and also taking the fact that I lost a dear friend, Michelle Ford, who just retired 2 years ago, and unfortunately, she was not able to enjoy the fruits of her later and retirement for a long time. So, and again, my condolences to her family on their loss. I mean, I think this weekend is the actual funeral, and I think they plan to do something virtual. I do not know. So let me just ask the audience this question. What is one thing that you are thankful about? Okay. And I'm sure each one of you has at least one thing to be thankful for. Okay. Whether it be yourself, whether it be your loved ones, whether it be your job, whether it be, okay. Okay. So what is it that all of you are thankful for? Okay. Because I've been talking for about 55 minutes and I can go on expressing my gratitude regarding the things that I'm grateful for. Just like to know what are some of the things you're grateful for. Okay. Now, Irby said being healthy. Now that's very important. Okay. That's very important because when you have to deal with physical with illness, um, that occupies. Okay, well, you know what? That's another good thing too. But you know what? Each one of us, in our own ways, are beautiful and handsome. Okay, and each one of us is special in God's sight. Okay, never, never forget that for any time or any moment. Okay, because I know that there's certain individuals who are hurt and who love to say that we're simps, that we are, we're not handsome, we're not worthy, we're not whatever. Okay, the fact of the matter is, each one of us is special in his or her way. Okay, excuse me. Yes. So, and excuse me. And the fact of the matter is, and I know I'm gonna keep saying again, is that I really appreciate all of you. Okay. And the reason why I appreciate all of you, because first of all, you could have just as easily gone to like literally, and I mean literally, hundreds of thousands of YouTube creators, what have you. And I know they're not exactly the most, you know, tech savvy person out here, but I appreciate all the technical advice I have received from different creators. I also I also appreciate for the constructive criticism that I have received. Now, I know for some people they have a huge issue receiving constructive criticism because unfortunately some people have humongous egos and they see that they cannot do anything wrong. Okay. So I do appreciate the constructive criticism. I even, you know what? I even um, appreciate the haters. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, why do I say that? Okay. Because the haters, what they do is they talk about me, and by talking about me, they give me free press. Okay. And of course, lately, you have certain individuals that apparently I live rent free in their minds, and they just love to talk about me. Which what they're doing is they're spreading the word regarding my channel. Okay. Yes. So now, is there anybody else that would like to share um, what they're thankful for? Okay. Now, if you don't want to, I get it because some people are shy. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do? Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be talking about what's gonna be the topic for Tuesday's stream, which has to do with loneliness during the holidays. Okay. Well, the fact of the matter is, the holidays for many people is a happy time. For some, it's a long time. Okay. And particularly as you age, uh, more and more of your loved ones and close friends um, pass away. So, and also because of conditions with their health, um, they're often isolated. So, a lot of the times, they spend the holidays alone. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be um, sharing some things to consider. And one thing and this is something that I shared earlier tonight. Earlier today. I'm sorry, which is to be mindful, particularly regarding elderly friends and loved ones, because unfortunately, a lot of the times um, they spend the holidays alone because of illness, because of death of loved ones, and also a sad fact is that there are people who've been estranged from their loved ones for reasons that only God knows. So if you really want to make a big difference in someone's life, particularly an elderly person, consider inviting them at your table this Christmas season. Or at the very least, give them a call or give them a text. Okay. Believe me, they will appreciate it that you will not know how much that can make their day. Okay. That really will make their day because let me tell you something. Um, that could be the, the loneliest time is to be alone during the holidays. And as I said before, unfortunately, during this time of the year, the cases of depression increases, and also the cases of self-deletion. So, um, one more thing that I'm going to show my thankfulness is that um, while I've been through a lot of trauma mentally, the fact that it has not destroyed me is not changed my outlook. I mean, I do look at things differently. I take things more seriously now, and I'm not gonna lie. At times, I struggle during this time of the year because I do miss the loved ones that passed away. So, how I deal with it, a couple of things. First of all, remembering that they are no longer suffering with their illnesses. Also, that they are in a better place. Also, if they were alive today, they would tell me to go on with my life and just do the best that you can. And also, another way of doing it is doing these streams, and particularly when it comes to mental health issues. So I really am thankful for the fact that considering all that I went through, that I'm still here, and while I'm not perfect, I'm alive, and that's the main thing. So in any case, what I'm going to do is kind of hoping other people will express what they're thankful for. But you know what? It's okay. Not everyone feels comfortable entering comments in the chat, which is perfectly fine. Okay. One thing about me is that I will never treat this place as an echo chamber. Okay. Because I do encourage independent thought, and let's keep it real. There's gonna be times where we're all going to disagree, and that's perfectly fine. The main thing is let's be agreeable when we disagree. That's the main thing. So, so with that being said, I know when to stop. So, being that no one is going to join the panel and there's no other comments, so I will start to wrap this up. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts. When I thought about doing the stream, I approached it this way. You shouldn't wait until the fourth Thursday of November to show how thankful you are. You should do that any other day. And always take advantage of showing your gratitude. Because one thing I've learned is that tomorrow is not promised to anybody. You could be alive today and gone tomorrow. So you learn how to appreciate the people that God puts in your life. You also appreciate the people that you interact. And I appreciate the fact that I have a community of people who support my channel day in and day out. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. And of course, all of you are more than welcome to enter your comments after the stream is over. All that I ask is please be careful. Okay. And to all the people that are watching the clouds, hey, please hit the like button. It's not gonna hurt you to hit the like button, and it does help with the algorithm. Now, being that Tuesday's stream is going to be another mental health like topic, and of course. No, it's okay. Look, Gigi, I get it. I was not referring to you, not in any way, shape, or form. I'm referring to the other people who don't even bother to enter a comment in the chat. Please. I was not referring to you in any way, shape, or form. Okay. There will be another time that we will chat here, either here on this platform or on yours. So do not worry. Do not worry about it. Okay. Oh, before I forget, there is one more group of people that I want to show my thanks. And that is the mentally and intellectually challenged. Now you're probably wondering why the fluff I'm showing my thanks to them. Part of it is because they give me content to do. Number one. And also another part is that they provide me with free press. By talking about me and all that, they give me free press. And at this point, I'll take all the free press I can get. Okay. So thank you, all the members of the of the mentally and intellectually challenged, which I refer to as the circus. Okay. Because when you think about these people, they are a bunch of clowns. So, with that being said, thank you very much for allowing me to speak my piece for about 71 minutes or so. So, hey, it is what it is. Unlike certain people, this is not an echo chamber. Everyone here is allowed to express their point of view as long as they're mutually respectable. So, with that being said, we must minimize our exposure with the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. And let me just get these comments. Excuse me. Yes, good night, Irby. Good night, Gigi. So, with that being said, this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, wishing you all a pleasant good night. Oh, let me get this last comment in. Excuse me. Yes, peace and blessings to you, sir. Good night, Gigi. So I just want to say good night, take care, and may you have a wonderful week. Oops. And peace.